Let me share a little story with you. Okay, so one of my first ayahuasca ceremony experiences, I experienced the oneness that we are beyond what can be explained, but I'm going to do my best here, okay? One of the main shamans prior to the ceremony, she said, okay, make sure you don't talk to any of your neighbors because you don't know where they're at on their journey with the medicine. And at one point during the ceremony, probably about halfway through, I have no idea, you have no sense of time, but all of a sudden the room got really, really, really loud. And there were probably like 26 to 28 people in this one. And the room got really loud. And I was like, what is going on? And I think at that point my eyes had to have been closed, or maybe they weren't. You go in and out of dimensions and portals and whatever you're meant to see, taste, smell, hear, you will. So I don't recall where I was physically. I was in the room, but I don't, where my consciousness was. I remember opening my eyes or like focusing on the room and the people in it, and I realized nobody was talking. Nobody was talking, but I could hear every single one of them. I could hear the conversations that were happening. I could hear the thoughts in their head, and it just landed so deeply. This isn't about having like an intellectual conversation. This is the embodiment of truth. This is the embodiment of truth. This is feeling it. This isn't just, me telling you, sharing a story, but this story is being shared for some reason or another. Not just because I like talking, but I do. I could hear every single one of their thoughts and conversations, and the hurt that some of them were going through, and the release that some of them were having, and the love that some of them were experiencing, and the remembrance that some of them were experiencing, the remembrance of who and what we are. I was every single person in that room. I was the music in that room. I turned into the music. I was everywhere and nowhere. I was everything and nothing all at once. Anyway, that was my experience of remembering who and what we are, and that we're all one. Here in this human form, just walking each other home. But we're so much more than that. We're so much more than that. And if this is coming through me now to intrigue you or to make you more curious on leaning in to who and what you really are, then maybe that's what this is for, and not just because I like to talk.